The guys have already sighted them by the window. They've pulled the window, they've break the glass. I knew they were in full force. There's nothing I could do that for me to like surrender myself to them. And I asked, I said, Kai, what is it that you need? Whatever you need, come in.
So guys, I know by now we all are familiar with the story about the man who was kidnapped alongside with his 6 daughters. He was later released by the bandits to go look for ransom. And because he could not quickly, gather the money that they were requesting for, they had to take away the life of one of his daughters. And the remaining 5 were left with the bandits. The bandits went ahead to threaten the man that if he fails to bring the ransom requested, that they are going to end the lives of the remaining 5. I wish to announce to you guys that those ladies have been recovered. I mean, they've been rescued by the military, and then the man has found it important for him to grant an interview. So he granted an interview to an Arise TV anchor. I want you guys to take a look at what this man went through. It was not an easy experience for him, and I just wanted to take a look at what he said during this interview.
Of Nabiha Al-Qadriya, who was killed by her abductors after her parents failed to meet the deadline given by those abductors for ransom to be paid, has confirmed the release of her 4 sisters. Nabiha, her sisters and their father were abducted on January 2nd from their home at Zuma 1 on the outskirts of Wari town in Abuja. Tragically, an uncle of the deceased, Abdul Fatai, who led a potential rescue mission, was killed by the bandits. Although Mr. Al-Qadriya was later released to go source for ransom, sadly his daughter Nabiha was killed after the family could not raise the ransom within the specified time. Family has thanked Nigerians for their prayers and goodwill, which includes a fundraising initiative for ransom. Meanwhile, the police operatives say they successfully rescued the victims around Kaijuru Forest in Kaduna State. Also released were 7 abducted victims from Sangwari layout. Rice News has this exclusive with Mr. Al-Qadriya.
It was on the 2nd of January. I think I came in around about 7 o'clock from town, and moving straight to observe my evening prayer, that is the Maghrib prayer. And thereafter, I think I sat down at the sitting room there just for me to relax. Then thereafter, I observed my Isha prayer. After observing the Isha prayer, I was not feeling too okay for me to take my dinner, so I was feeling very weak that day. I now asked my daughter to prepare a small pap for me. So thereafter, I took the pap. I couldn't even take it, so I went in straight to the bedroom. I was just relaxing, pressing my phone. I was telling my wife, I'm not strong, I don't know what is happening. Then my mood is not okay. So after some time, I doze off. So the next thing I heard around, the noise was just coming. I said, who is banging the gates? And I asked them, because my children were in their various rooms. So I was like, who is banging the gates? Who is knocking? This one is not knocking. They are banging it. They say they don't know. I stood up. And I came out. It's an uncompleted building anyway. I just fixed about 3 rooms there just for us to move in. We're moving not up to 2 months now. And so I came out. I went straight to the sitting room, the main sitting room of which we're still working on, to check a peep from the window, and I sight one man standing by the main gate. It was from there I noticed this armed robbers then. So I haven't sight then. I've already made up my mind as well. If they have come, there's no problem. And I notified my wife, it's like they are armed robbers, so it's like they have come. So I went straight into my bedroom. My children too have already locked up their rooms, their various rooms. I went in straight to my room, switched off the light. My wife rushed to the bedroom, we switched off the light. I picked my phone, trying to see who I call, neighbors around. My memory was like, whom do I call? I was confused. But along the line, when I reorganized myself, I was able to pick myself up and say, let me call my brother. And I called my brother. And I said, Abdul Fatai, where are you? I said, there's problem. We are being attacked now. I'm robbers, thief, like that. Within 15 minutes, I call back. He said, bros, I'm close to you. I said, okay. So I was a bit relaxed. The guys have already sighted them by the window. They've pulled the window. They've break the glass. I knew they were in full force. There's nothing I could do that for me to surrender myself to them. And I asked, I said, Kai, what is it that you need? Whatever you need, come in.
So guys, you can imagine how this man felt at this moment. Honestly, this is an experience you can never wish your enemy to experience. That is life in Nigeria. May Nigeria never happen to you.
I came out, opened the door. One got me and asked me, Inabudi. I look at him. I don't have money. But if you see anything here that is good for you, pack it. You look at me. You search everywhere. I notice you are looking for money, checking some things like that, of which they pick the things that they thought probably they could go with. I was just looking at him. Coincidentally, I think there was one rope that I used inside the compound at the back there. He picked the rope from my room. The next thing I saw him coming out was to tie me with that rope. I knew, well, I'm the suspect. I give up. I said, okay, let's go. He now marched me out from my room to the balcony in my room, and then my children too. They've already break the door. They've used this long jigger in my compound. They pick the jigger from my compound. They break the door. They get their entrance to my children's room, march them out like that. I saw my children, myself. I said, okay, let's go. Their intention was to lead us out of that community to the main road that goes to Veritas. So I was having the confidence that at least between that time, is that the police will come or the other security people will come that will make them to leave us and run away. When I noticed my brother was driving in, I was happy. He was the one that actually lead the police to my community. So when I sighted this guy, as at that time, they had already positioned themselves again. When they said that they were coming, they didn't know what was coming, but they saw the police light on. So they knew quite all right, these guys have come for them. So on seeing that, I said, Kai, there's nothing I could do. And I tell my children, I say, relax yourself. Then I said, all of us should lie down. And I tell my children, I say, just go down. Myself too, I hide myself on the floor. Just from then, 3 of them up went to, there's a building not far from the main road. It's fenced. There's a gate there. They went to that building, but 3 of them were trying to gain entrance to that building. I was seeing them using harrow and all sorts of things to break the security lights so that people will not see them from a distance. So they break all the bulbs outside, the security lights outside, trying to climb the gates inside. So it was then they started to exchange bullets. And I saw my brother that he wanted to drive further. So he didn't know that they were close to that house. So the next thing he did was for him to reverse back. The reverse that he did, I believe they must have shot him. So the police vehicle too got stopped. So his reverse could not go back. So they were all exchanging with themselves. So after a few minutes, both of them stopped. I think the police stopped. They can't advance further. And I said, Kai, they must have injured my brother or injured the police. For the police vehicle not to advance further, meaning that they cannot stand these guys.
So guys, this was how his brother, who was leading the police to come rescue him, ended up losing his own life in the course of this. Also, like you can hear from him, possibly some policemen equally lost their lives. This is happening in Abuja, the FCT, meaning that no part of Nigeria is secured any longer.
So thereafter, they've been able to recoup themselves and get their strength that they have injured these people. They now ask us to stand up, go back to the village, take another route to get out of that place. The ransom, how came about the ransom?
Particularly the demands. Have they made any demands when they contacted you?
I was at their camp when all this ransom of a thing was coming up. You know, that night that we went through the bush, it took us like 8 hours, 30 minutes with my children. I was not wearing any slippers. I was wearing knicker, my sports wear with t-shirt like this. So, as at the time we were going inside that bush, one of them tried to like make a fight. I was trying to make friends with one of them. So, Aboki, Azona Dala. That was not trying to, in the sense, I speak Yoruba. So, I was just trying to communicate to me in Yoruba. I was like, come now. What do you need? What do you need? Don't treat me like this, please. What do you need? And I say, hello, you have money? You have money. But you low, but you move. One low. I'm just speaking to Yoruba. I'm just speaking this. And I say, okay. I say, if it's that one, don't worry, I'll get. Yeah. So we got to one stream. It was very.
So guys, if you follow this story keenly, you will discover that this man said those that kidnapped him, they spoke Yoruba and Hausa to him. And one keeps wondering, where do you think these people could be coming from? Does it mean that some of these Fulanis have ended up learning Yoruba to the point that they could speak it very fluently? Or do we have people from different parts of the country that are equally terrorizing Abuja? This is very, very confusing at this point. But I want to tell you guys that there are a lot going on in terms of insecurity in this country. And from the look of things, they are now saying that, you know, when they kidnap their victims, in Abuja, they move towards the Kaduna axis because that is where we have these bandits littered all over the places. So they move towards that area. That is where their chief or their main man, you know, their captain is. And that is where they have their main base. So you could hear him say they had to trek for 8 hours plus, close to 9 hours trekking, without shoes, without anything. This man trekked alongside his 6 daughters. Nigerians, this was a horrible experience.
Deep. They asked us to enter inside the water. My children, all of us, we went inside there, passed through there, climbing one hill like that. Then I said we should stop. And I said that they started to look for firewood like that. I mean, in structure, they prepared their food there that night. Maybe whether they spaghetti or something like that, Sham. Because as at that time they've asked us, myself, they asked me to kneel down. So one of them now came close to where I knelt down and asked me, bros, I mean, Mino Uku? I said, where do you want me to get 3 million? Give me a slap. Another one came again and give me another one. Like that. The one with his gun hit me at my back. And I said, okay, no problem. We end that talk. After they take their food, they asked us to relax for like 30 minutes. We now embark on another journey. So another journey, that's maybe second lap. So I'm getting to another. It took us about 3 hours again, if I'm not mistaken. They asked us to stay in one bush, lie us down, that we should sleep. Of course, I enjoyed the sleep. Just maybe 30 minutes like that, inside bush, grass like that. My children too, some of them that carry maybe their night wrapper like that. They managed to cover me with their own that they come, let's cover you. We did that. So after 30, 40 minutes, they asked us to stand up. We now begin the final lap. So the final lap, for us to get to their main camp, where their camp is, where their leader is, there's a big stream and one big mountain like that to climb. So they asked me to cross with 2 guys with their rifle following me. The guy that was holding my hand, the rope was still inside. He was controlling me with the rope. So I followed him. And I looked back to check my children at the back. I said, 6 children. Where are they taking me to? I hope they are not going to kill me where they are taking me to. I just saw more courage and asked that guy, I said, oh boy, Nibolanlo, where are you taking me to? He said, bros, Baba, don't worry now. I want to go and meet her. I said, I'm feeling cold. He now asked the guy to give me they picked one duvet for my house that night. So one of them used it to cover himself up. And I said, I'm feeling cold, I'm not okay, I'm not strong. That I'm not strong that night, I'm on medication. He now pleaded with one of his colleagues, said, you should bring that duvet for me to cover myself with. So I used that one. I was going. I didn't see my children coming. I was like, what is happening? And I said, what of my children? He said, Baba, they will come. What are you doing with my children? He said, Katabi. Just shouting on me. I said, I'm not comfortable. I want to go back. He said, no, you cannot go back. After 30 minutes, I sight my children coming up. So when I sat there, I was happy. And that's why they now assemble us again. So the guy that was telling you I tried to pick as friend was like to lecture me, bros. I'm a Bogawanisi. Just cooperate with Oga. So Oga will release you so you go and look for the ransom. I said, okay. I said, come, but I don't have money. I'm a civil servant. He said, Oga, leave that one. Go and look for the money. I said, I'm a civil servant. I just moved into that house not up to 2 months. My children, I had earlier explained to them that if they see the parlor there, nothing is there. There's just the room that we managed to enter, not up to 2 months. We have been staying in a rental apartment for long. They asked me to go and sit down, relax, of which I did. After a few minutes, they called me that the leader wants to see me. The leader seeing me was to ask me, Zona, I've seen their stick in their hand. I knelt down in front of the leader asking me all those questions about Negiraya. I said, Lapialo. He said, do I know where I've come to? I said, I know now. Okay, soldier? I said, me, I'm not a soldier. It was just to know where I'm. I said, I'm just an ordinary civil servant. The house you see me staying there is for my brother. He just asked me to come and occupy the place. And it's not yet completed. He said, okay. One came from my back again and use his boots to hit me. He now started to negotiate. He now asked me how much can I offer. I said, I don't have money, but I can look for maybe 2 million to come and give you. Or maybe 3 million. That's how we started. They say I have not talked. I should count my children. I'm talking of 2 million, 3 million. I should be very careful. They now start. I was not saying 10 million, 5 million, 5 million. I said, where will I get the 5 million? My children, I say, Daddy, don't let them kill us. Don't let them kill us. You be very careful.
So guys, you can see that you can't even wish your enemy this experience, honestly. You can imagine what this man and his children went through. And I want to equally say that, honestly, the Northerners are also complicating issues for Nigeria. If you all can remember, there was a time the UAE gave Nigeria the list of those sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. That was during the Buhari's regime. You know, they told Nigerians, at least even if they didn't give us the complete list, they were able to capture some people in their surveillance that are aiding terrorism in Nigeria. And they handed that list over to the Buhari's government. Malami was the AGF at that time, you know, the Attorney General of the Federation. And he kept telling Nigerians that they are going to look into it, And up to today, until Buhari left office, they swept that list under the carpet. And, you know, all this insecurity is increasing. We know how much Buhari budgeted for security. Security was one of the highest during Buhari's budget, you know, and we saw all the fighter jets and the Tokados and all that they bought from the United States. And the UAE gave you a list of those sponsoring or aiding terrorism. You refuse to act. Nigerians, who is fooling who at this point? Don't forget also that even before Buhari came into office, Buhari said that any attack on Boko Haram is attack on the Northerners. And you can imagine we are still talking about ending insecurity. Honestly, there was this ex-Navy man that came on Channels Television and he told Nigerians that the government knows about those sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria, that we shouldn't be fooling ourselves. So Nigerians, when we look at what this man and his family went through, I don't even know who do we point accusing finger to? Who do we accuse of being, you know, responsible of what ordinary Nigerians are going through? So guys, there are a lot. Don't also forget that even Buhari's minister, Mr. Pantami, was equally accused of sympathizing with terrorists. And when that was brought to the spotlight, you know, he was telling Nigerians that he has repented. He did it in the past. He has repented. And Nigerians were saying he should be sacked. Buhari protected him. Other Northerners protected him. So you can see what is happening today. The menace is affecting everybody. So guys, let me know what you all think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you.